And we're back with the new One Punch Man chapter as Saitama takes on Machine God Mirror, a seemingly invincible machine god that has been decimating everyone and everything around the Hero Association. And we saw how after a crazy attack from Suiko, he only took 0.00001% damage and then repaired himself. If you guys like my videos, make sure you are subscribed. Most of you watch my videos, but you don't subscribe, so hit that button. And we got an incredibly awesome cover page here, chapter 233, Contribution. I love when we get these just really strong looking poses from Saitama, and I wish Murata would give us more of this. He usually goes for the females. Personally, I love getting more like just completely awesome shots of Saitama, so definitely enjoyed this one. Probably my favorite picture in the whole chapter, to be honest. The Hero Association executives are watching the whole battle unfold over their screens from safety, including McCoy, but it's all dusty and they can't really see who it is. They can't see it's Saitama, but they know that somebody just showed up. And McCoy, who is a traitor, thinks that he's safe there in the barricaded Hero Association, saying their attacks can't reach us here. Might as well kick back and watch this battle unfold. Now, Machine God Mirror, he was waiting for King to show up, but instead he got the Caped Baldy, A-Class, rank 39. Saitama has been promoted, if you guys didn't realize by now. He's been promoted a couple times, and we're waiting for him to become S-Class. We see that even the Hero Victim Names Association, they're terrified. They came in and tried to act valiantly, but all got smacked around real quick. And now Saitama is going to battle this beast of a monster. And so because he's a robot, he has the data on all of the heroes, and Saitama's hero name technically is Caped Baldy. So he goes in for the attack, saying, "Get lost, Caped Baldy," goes in for the strike, and as we've seen sometimes in the manga, this really irritates Saitama, but not always, but he definitely doesn't like being called that. So he says, "Who the F is Caped Baldy?" and with a single blow completely obliterates Machine God Mirror. This punch from Saitama kind of feels familiar, this stance where he's like facing away from the enemy. I would have liked to see a little bit more of a battle here because we've got how many chapters on Machine God Mirror? Like maybe 4 or so. And so, you know, it all ends in one punch, which is obviously typical for One Punch Man, but we could have had a little bit more build up. In any case, it zooms over to all of the heroes and the Hero Association personnel who are completely flabbergasted and surprised at what they just witnessed. And then we're going to follow the damage from Saitama's punch as he flies through all of these walls and everything, and ultimately it gets all broken apart and defeated. The shockwave from the damage destroys all the cameras, and the damage, like that's McCoy who thought he was safe, and the broken apart machine god just slams into him right after he was all cocky and everything. Gotta love that. And we see that Blue has just arrived as well. He doesn't have his cyber suit on because he lost it in a battle with a monster. He's flying on this like green goblin glider sort of thing, and he's gonna notice that Saitama just took out this threat. And he is also the same guy who saved my mask. If you remember, Blue was chasing them after Saitama saved my mask. And you can see here how like all these people are starting to realize very quickly what Saitama actually is. We go over to the rubble to see that the machine god is dead. It's making these rumbling sounds, so I thought he was actually going to get up and regenerate, but no, he's actually dead. I would have liked to see him repair, and then Saitama uses a serious punch or something like that to kind of draw this fight out a little bit more. It's one of my pet peeves about One Punch Man. There's so much build up to these enemies, and then it's just one page and they're done, right? So we see McCoy knocked out, the other executives are running over to help him, and we see that the Hero Name Victims Association, they witnessed what Saitama actually did, as well as Suiko, as well as Blue. So all sorts of heroes are noticing that how strong Saitama actually is. And the hero victims, they all give Saitama a high five. They call him our executive, even though he didn't agree to join them or anything, but they all have stupid hero names just like Caped Baldy, so that's why they wanted him to join. One of them even saying, "Wait, is it just me or is Caped Baldy way too strong?" And we even see Chain and Toad and Butterfly DX, who were like, "Wow, Music Forte was right all along. Yeah, I saw it too." So they also know how strong Saitama is. You can see Blue observing all of it from behind that tent there. He's like, I just witnessed something completely unbelievable, and even Suiko is pinching her cheek because she's like, am I dreaming? So the executives of the Hero Association are like, could that have been King? Like, who on earth defeated that thing? And we see King, he's in his apartment, bunch of soda cans laying around. He's like Asmongold, and he has a VR headset, and he's like, wow, the VR is getting so good, I even felt the shaking. But he didn't even realize that that was the shockwave from Saitama's punch. And another one of my favorite panels here, the dynamic duo, Rover and Black S, who are cheering and they're all happy. They finally managed to protect their home, the little doghouse that says Rover on it. And a bunch of civilians see the hero victims walking by with Saitama, and they think that they were the ones who defeated the monster. And so these weakling guys with horrible hero names are actually going to end up getting credit from the general population. And they're like, well, what are your names? And he says, we're the Hero Name Victims Association. So now people are starting to think that there's like another new hero association besides the regular heroes and the Neo heroes. Now there's the Hero Victims. And they're like, well, that's a weird name. So they get all the credit, and Saitama, as usual, doesn't get any. However, the strongest people in the One Punch Man world all really know what Saitama is at this point. So now we're going to go over to Bofoy, who had built a defense system for the Hero Association, and he's actually going to get the credit from the Hero Association for his defense systems stopping the robot. And it seems like the Hero Association is going to want him to expand his defense systems because of this, but he knows that it wasn't him because he doesn't have cannons installed, so he wants to figure out who exactly saved the day. And then we're going to go over to Saitama meeting with Black S, riding on top of Rover. Gotta love that. And he said, it got pretty loud. Are you guys okay? And they're all excited to see him. It was no trouble, boss. So he brought them some actual real dog food for them to eat. And that is going to be the last page and last panel of the chapter. And it ends with a bunch of bystanders basically talking about how a third hero faction has popped up. Rumor has it they took down a rampaging dragon level threat in a single hit. And if I remember correctly, they go by the name Victims Association or something like that. They had a really good opportunity there to rename themselves, I guess, when they were asked, but they're going to stick with Victims Association. And for some reason, Black S also eats dog food. Like he wants to eat a lot so he can rebuild his cells. He is a monster, so I guess he doesn't really care so much as long as he's not eating people, right? But I find it kind of funny. It seems he almost like at this point he's kind of accepted being Saitama's pet. He is still evil, like he may still have an ulterior motive to eventually one day turn on Saitama again, but so far from what we've seen, it kind of looks like he's enjoying it. Like he doesn't mind being called a monkey and eating dog food and being a team with Rover, and he is still very, very strong, and he is still going to continue to defend the Hero Association. So I like how some of these enemies have become good guys, mainly Rover, and this story never ceases to make me laugh, as well as the art is just always a banger. I'm Mastar. If you enjoyed the video, please subscribe and leave a thumbs up, and I'll see you on the next one.